The Mitsubishi A6M0 fighting against our P-40 Warhawks. They were grossly outgunned at greater range and were much faster than our P-40. High above, Yayachi D-3A dive bomber rolls up on a wingtip, drops that 250-pound bomb. It goes through the foredeck of the United States battleship, the Arizona. It goes through one, then two, then three decks, down into the forward magazine, alongside the number 2 gun emplacement. That great ship exploded with such force. She burned fully for 2 days. 1,150 plus men went to a watery grave on that December 1941. They sleep there today. Nakajima B-5 and Kate. Admiral Yamamoto knew he had to have a weapon that would run shallow in the water and burrow. It was only 40 foot deep. There were submarine nets, and those torpedoes had to go across the top of them to impact the side of America's Pacific Fleet. They came in and dropped their fish. First one, then two, then three. Impacted the starboard side of the battleship Oklahoma. She rolled over, and they were able to swim away. 400 were entombed in the bowels of that great ship. It was Christmas before they got them out. Some of them had lived, they believe, up to 21 days. That great ship never sailed in combat again. Servicemen, Ken Taylor and George Welch, managed to get to Haleiwa. They got their P-40 Warhawks up, flying, ammunition, fuel. Between the two of them, they were able to shoot down 7 of the invading forces on that December the 7th morning. Admiral Husband Kimmel got down to his quarters, to his office. He was standing watching the carnage as it took place. A bullet came through the window, struck him in his blouse, dropped to the floor. He said, "Oh, it would have been merciful had it just killed me right here." He knew this invasion had been planned for many, many months ahead. Admiral Yamamoto sent Commander Minoru Genda with the job of planning this invasion. They planned 3 invaders. First one in 2.5 hours. The second one came in. But Admiral Chichi Nagoma made a grievous error, for he failed to send in the 3rd wave. As a result, our submarines, our munitions, and many of our ships lived to fight again. Imagine yourself a young 18-year-old serviceman. You're on the foredeck of the battleship Nevada. Your skipper's trying to get her out into open water so you can fight again. When you start to move, the invaders are on top of you. They're like bees on a honey pot. He knows he can't get stuck in the bay entrance, so he beaches that great ship at Hospital Point. For over 2.5 hours it continued. Listen to the sounds of war. Feel the concussion of the bombs in your feet. Smell the acrid smoke as it burns your nostrils. listen to our president, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, as he goes before Congress the next morning.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The attack yesterday on the Hawaiian Islands has caused severe damage to American naval and military forces.
Just think what it'd be like.
I regret to tell you that very many American lives have been lost. With confidence in our armed forces, with the unbounding determination, we will gain the inevitable triumph, so help us God.
And ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that America did gain that inevitable triumph. It was 4.5 long, hard, bitter, fought years later. But America came together. Admiral Yamamoto said, "I fear we have done nothing more than to awaken a sleeping giant and fill him with a great resolve." That resolve, ladies and gentlemen, was the heart and soul of the American people. Young men went immediately down to sign up for the Army, the Navy, the Air Corps, the Marines, wherever they could find a slot to where they could fight against the Axis powers who would take our freedoms away from us. Rosie became a riveter. In 1941, a major training base was built right here in Fort Smith to train the American servicemen who would go to battle. Listen to me. It is because of those young men and women, those who put the uniform of this great nation on and carried our flag into battle. It is because of them and all of those who came after, whether it was World War I, or II, or Korea, or Vietnam, or Panama, or the Persian Gulf, or yes, now in Afghanistan. It is those young men and women who wear the flag of this great nation that allow us to be the greatest free nation in the world. Do you believe that, Fort Smith? Put your hands together. Let them hear you all the way over in downtown Fort Smith, the birthplace of America's West. Please do not misconstrue what we do here today. For if America never becomes involved in war, again, it'll be too soon.